For a moment I thought I was in trouble. I can't really say much about the Avengers, save that some of them are in Marvel vs. Capcom, but I usually just stick to Morgan and Amy anyway. But this has nothing to do with licensed comic book properties. This Avengers is just a hybridization of two things Capcom were pretty darn good at the late 80s and early 90s. Beat-em-ups and top-down shooters. But it's not like Gunsmoke in the form of a brawler. That wouldn't happen until Konami came up with Sunset Riders. Instead, it's a punching, kicking pain fest in the streets in the form of a frantic pseudo-shooter. Frankly, I think Konami had the right idea. Here's the scene. Some evil dudes abducted 6 girls, apparently from the It's a Small World After All ride at Disney, and it's up to you, a sufficiently bad dude, to rescue them. Unfortunately, Evil Dude is well guarded behind a slew of henchmen who have been trained in the ancient art of grabbing you and headbutting the bejesus out of you. On the one hand, grappling is an interesting concept for a game like this and makes melee combat a little more diverse than just the punching and kicking that's all in your mind. On the other, with massive swarms of foes that you're likely to encounter, getting caught in a half Nelson can leave you open to a world of hurt. The controls don't do you any favors, and your movement speed feels like a snail's pace compared to the gangbangers, ninja, and dudes popping out of the water with shotguns like Redneck Zora. Yeah, you're probably gonna get mangled. And this being an arcade game hailing from 1987, that's kind of the point. But while the boss fights can be rather on the technical side, the game as a whole feels way too uncontrolled to be good. Every time the action gets fast and heavy, the only sensible maneuver is to turtle up and mash all the buttons to execute the weird slow-mo tornado kick, which seems to leave one at least moderately invincible. It literally becomes a matter of making yourself dizzy and hoping that enemies run into your fists. Not a bad idea for a hybrid, but in a world where Gunsmoke exists, Avengers seems woefully lacking. Heck, it even rips off its cousin's soundtrack for one particularly Western-feeling level, which for whatever reason is full of ninja throwing psi at you. Hybridization is a good thing sometimes, but sometimes it leads right to the scrap heap. In the case of Avengers, well, Marvel wasn't even interested in suing them. That should tell you everything you need to know.